Well, just as the European Union lost one pro-Russian prime minister in the European Council with the result of Hungary's election last Sunday with the loss of Viktor Orban, now it looks like they're set to get another one, and that is Rumen Radev, who, as you mentioned, exit polls say has gotten just under 40% in this election. A pretty clear victory, however, not enough to govern outright. Now, Radev was until recently the president of Bulgaria. That's a ceremonial position. He had that position since 2016, but he resigned in January in order to run to be prime minister on an anti-corruption ticket. He is, however, also not a big fan of the European Union, but he is a big fan of Russia. He has said that he wants Bulgaria to warm its ties with Russia. He has hearkened back to the days when Russia helped Bulgaria get independence from the Turkish Ottomans 150 years ago. And that has Brussels obviously quite spooked. Now, he has ruled out building a coalition with either of the two major parties, that is the center-right Gerb party of Boyko Borisov that you mentioned, also the Liberal party of Delian Pivsky. And so that means he has two options to form a coalition. He can unite with the pro-EU liberal reformists, who exit polls say have gotten 14%, or he could align with the two anti-EU parties, the Socialists and Nationalists, both pro-Russian parties, both at around 5%. So Brussels is very keen to see where he coalesces in the coming days.
David, when will we know? We're trying to work out the exit polls, what they mean, and a likely sense of a solid result. Tomorrow morning? What's the process usually?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm told that in previous elections, and as you mentioned, there's been a lot of them, 8 in the past 5 years, but usually exit polls aren't exactly certain in Bulgaria. So we'll see what the result is. Probably tomorrow morning we'll get the official numbers, and that will be a big indication about which way he might go in terms of that coalition building. I will say I'm hearing from people here in Brussels that even if he does choose that more pro-Russian and anti-EU coalition, they don't expect him to replace Viktor Orban in the council in terms of trying to veto support for Ukraine. They expect something more like the role that Robert Fico, the Prime Minister of Slovakia, has played, not really willing to so divisively try to veto foreign policy decisions of the European Union. That's what they expect, but of course he's a bit of an unknown entity, so we'll see.
Okay. Dave, always good to talk to you. We will catch up again tomorrow. Dave Keating, our correspondent in Brussels. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment here on France 24.